guys, welcome back. I know I have not been on here forever and I am so sorry. I have been kind of going through a lot in my personal life, so things have just kind of been hectic. I'm glad to be back filming. I'm going to try and start making this at least a weekly thing because I miss it, and it just kind of helps ease my anxiety, and it just brings me back to where I need to be. So I just want to say thank you to all my new subscribers, because I am absolutely amazed. I found the channel hashtag I am a creator. If you guys have not heard of it, I recommend go checking that out because it's pretty awesome. It is just a group of people who have channels on YouTube, but everybody just comes together for support and for love and just uplifting. There's no negativity, there's no drama, it's just awesome. So if you have not heard of it, if you haven't checked it out, if you haven't subscribed, I would highly recommend going and checking out James, who is the creator of I Am a Creator. Definitely worth subscribing. He goes live at least once a day, and I love watching his live videos and interacting with other YouTubers. And if you haven't checked out hashtag I Am a Creator, please go do that because it is awesome. So I'm going to be creating a look today using the Pretty Vulgar palette, which is the early bird one. It's got a bunch of really pretty spring colors in it. And so that is the palette I'm going to be using today. And then I'm also going to be testing out some new products that I have not used before. We're just going to jump right into the video. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Also, make sure you go check out James at hashtag I Am a Creator and subscribe to his channel. Because
to start, I'm going to take the No Pore Blend Primer by Touch and Soul. This is a primer I've not used before. I just got it recently.
Thank you.
I'm going to take a couple pumps into my hand, and then I'm just going to apply that all over my face. The first impression I get is it's super smooth and it goes on like butter. It's so soft and silky feeling, and it leaves your face nice and smooth as well. After I've applied that, I am going to take my concealer. I'm going to use the Naked Skin by Urban Decay. I'm going to apply that under my eyes and then on my eyelids. This is going to cover up my dark circles as well as prime my eyes for my eyeshadow. I'm going to take the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. I'm going to spritz that on my Morphe Beauty Blender that is already damp. And I'm just going to blend out the concealer underneath my eyes and on my eyelids. Take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation, and I'm just going to apply that on my cheeks, forehead, and chin. And the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Foundation, I'm just going to apply that over where I put the stick foundation. This one's more of a creamy foundation versus a drier foundation like the stick foundation is. And then I'm just going to spritz my beauty blender again with that setting spray, and I'm going to blend all of this together. At my face, I'm going to use the Too Faced Peach Blur. I have not used this product before either, so it's another first impression. On a big fluffy brush, I'm going to use the Morphe E1. It's big and fluffy. I'm going to take that and I'm just going to swirl it around in my translucent powder, and I'm just going to dab that on my face and pat it. I'm not going to rub, I'm not going to swirl it, I'm just patting. The first impression, it smells good, and it doesn't leave my face feeling very heavy or weighted down by using this powder. So I really do like this powder. Now I'm going to move on and I'm going to pick up the pretty Vulgar palette. This is the early bird one. And then I'm going to take a big fluffy brush. This is the MAC 217. For my first transition shade, I'm going to pick up the color Rise. And I'm going to dust that all over my eyelid. From inner corner to outer corner. I'm not going to keep it in any specific area. I'm just going to dust that all over. So now that I have that color down, I'm going to pick up the color Nest Egg, and I'm going to grab a clean Morphe M433 brush, and it's a little bit dense and it's a little bit smaller so I can get into the crease a little bit better. So I'm just going to pick that up and I'm going to start on the outer corner, and I'm just going to slowly work my way in to the inner corner. I'm going to go back in with that same MAC brush and I'm going to blend those two shadows together to where there's no harsh lines. Now I'm going to take a smaller brush. This is the Morphe E18 brush. It's a little bit smaller so I can get in there. And then I'm going to pick up the color Victory, and I'm going to place that just on the outer corner. As you can tell, I'm just pouncing it up and down just on that outer V. I'm going to then grab that same Morphe brush that I used for the Nest Egg color, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to swirl that around and I'm just going to blend that into the Nest Egg color. That way we don't have any harsh lines and it just all seamlessly blends together, but your outer corner is a little bit darker than the rest of it. So once I go over it with that Morphe brush, I'm going to go back with the very first brush I used, and I'm just going to keep blending. The key to this is just blend, blend, blend. Just going to take a small pencil brush and I'm going to go back in with those first two shades that I used, the really light beige color and then the lighter brown color. I'm just going to take those and I'm going to dust those on the lower lash line. This is optional. I just feel more comfortable when I have them on the lower lash line. That way it all ties together and it all blends together and it doesn't look so naked underneath my eye. Just gonna take a flat definer brush and I'm gonna pick up Victory, which was the darkest brown that we used, and I'm gonna put that right up against that lash line as tight as I can. Once I have that on there, I'm going to take that same pencil brush and now I'm just going to blend those three shades together and kind of make it where it all ties together and I don't have any harsh line from that dark brown. Now I'm going to take this Rimmel crown. It's just a pretty much an invisible color. It's just a beige and I'm going to place that on my eyelid right underneath those browns, and I'm not going to take it all the way to the end to cover up that dark brown. I'm just going to take a flat shadow brush and I'm going to pick up the color Ruffled out of that palette and I'm going to place that right over where we put that crown. This is going to give that something to stick to and make it a lot more shimmery, and it's going to give the color a pop. As you can see, it just kind of brings that color to life versus if I was just to put it on my eyelid by itself without having that sticky crown underneath there. And you can also wet your brush and get the same effect. I just like this technique better. Once I have that done, I'm just going to go back in with that same Morphe brush and I'm going to blend it all out, make sure there's no harsh lines in between the brown and that ruffled color that we just added. You just want to make sure that whatever you do, always go back in and blend right over the top of it. Take the Natasha Denona blush, and this is a blush and highlighter duo. I have not used this before either. I'm going to take a angled brush and then I am going to apply my blush with that just on the apples of my cheeks. I like this blush because it's not real pink. Even though it looks like it would be when you first look at it, it's not overwhelming. And then I am going to take the Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer and I am going to take the Tarte. It's kind of like a flat definer brush type thing. I'm not real sure the name of it. I just know it's by Tarte. And I'm going to go right underneath that blush and I'm going to kind of carve that out and give it some dimension under there, as well as bronze my forehead. I'm going to use the highlighter that came in that Natasha Denona blush and highlighter duo, and I'm going to take this Morphe brush. It's one of my favorites for highlighting, and I'm going to apply that to the highest points of my cheeks. So now I'm going to take Ambient, which is by Hourglass, and I'm going to mix these two highlighters together, and I'm also going to apply that right over the other highlighter on the highest points of my cheeks. Now I'm just going to take a regular shadow brush and I'm going to take those two shadows, or those two highlighters actually, from the Ambient palette, and I'm going to put those right underneath my eyebrow for my brow bone highlight. So now that I've done that, I'm just going to take the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Brow Wiz and I'm going to fill in my brows. Now that my brows are filled in, I'm going to take the CoverGirl Professional Mascara and I'm just going to coat my lashes, my upper and my lower. And then I'm going to take the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara and I'm going to go over the CoverGirl Mascara with this as well. I like mixing my mascaras because I feel like it gives them more volume and more length. Definitely a personal preference. It's just me. I like using two different types of mascara, but you can just use one if that's what you prefer as well. For my lips today, I'm going to use the YSL, and this is in the shade number 5. I haven't used this shade yet, but I like the applicator on it. It is a plastic instead of a felt tip, and I feel like it applies really smooth because you can line your lips with it and then go back in and fill them in to where you don't have a felt tip where it's just all over the place. You can really be very precise with this one. So I'm going to go back over that with the Anastasia of Beverly Hills. This is in the color Rum Punch, and I'm just going to add a little bit more dimension to that because that YSL color just wasn't as deep as I thought it would be. Adding this color to the top definitely made it look the way I was looking to go. I'm going to set my face using the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. The pump on it just doesn't seem to want to spray right. So then I'm going to take the Marc Jacobs Coconut Recover spray and I'm just going to spritz my face with that one as well. That completes this look for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Also, go check out #IamACreator. Make sure you subscribe to that as well. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.